The crypto gaming scene is about to explode onto the market in 2025, and that's all because history is about to repeat itself. Andrew Bosworth, the Meta CTO, has gone on record stating that this is the make or break year for the metaverse and that the company will have to deliver on its promises. What this means for crypto is that the very same announcement that drove interest into the gaming sector is going to repeat itself all over again, and you need to be best placed for when that happens. Now, if we go back in time to the 20th of November 2021, Facebook had just announced that they were rebranding themselves as Meta, short for Metaverse, and this caused investors to flock into the crypto market, buying up all of the top Metaverse gaming projects, with all of them seeing enormous pumps in market caps. This is known as the top-down effect, in which tools of investment become profitable by association. In 2021, it was the idea of the movie Ready Player One being turned into real life. Of course, this made a lot of people an obscene amount of money, with not only the token prices going up in value, but in-game assets as well. These included land sales, in-game vehicles, creatures, items, and much more. Meaning there was a lot more opportunity in the market than just simply buying and holding a token. So, if you want to catch the most explosive investment into the crypto market, welcome to the channel. My name's Ubaid, and today we're going to look at just how to plan for Meta's upcoming announcement. Now, when you're looking for a project with the most upside, we're going to look at ones that have the highest potential for multiplying in both market cap as well as in-game assets. If we look at our industry leaders such as Immutable, Ronin, and Gala, these are projects that are around the $1 billion market cap, so we're going to skip those because we need something that can pump exponentially, giving you that 10, 20, or even higher multiples on your returns. The one that I singled out was Wilderworld, which happened to be one of the biggest winners during that time, and at the moment the market cap is very small, with the token valued at 20 cents to the dollar with a $82 million market cap. But if we zoom back, you'll see that the Wild token had a high of around $7 per token back in 2021, and this was before the game had even been launched, meaning nobody knew about the land sales, the NFT vehicles, the first-person shooter game, or anything outside of the initial white paper. What this did prove is that when investors were looking at projects with the greatest upside, Wilderworld was one of their first choices. And if we were to revisit the price range of, say, $7, that would be a 35x on any investment you would make today. Now, since then, the project has come on leaps and bounds, with alpha modes having been released and gameplay trailers having set the benchmark for what open world gaming should look like. And all of these are pieces to the puzzle of what will place Wilderworld in a much better position for that inevitable top-down effect. You see, while Zuckerberg faced some scrutiny, he never stopped creating their metaverse. He's been steady at work creating the infrastructure needed that would allow people to enjoy an online world. And all of these products, from the HoloLens to MetaQuest and even the Meta Ray-Bans, will play a major role in driving up the price of Wilderworld. Because once Meta comes out and announces their first version of their metaverse, the interest will go through the roof, and that very same play that we saw back in 2021 will happen in an instant. The only difference being that now actual products have been developed, and Wilderworld will be taking a lot more of the mindshare within the metaverse space. Just how high do I think it can go? Well, a lot higher than $7, that's for sure. By the way, if you haven't seen what Wilderworld is like, do make sure to check out my previous videos where I take you through everything the team has been working on. It's ridiculously detailed, and it even covers how you can earn Wild tokens today for free by simply playing the game. Exchange listings are the easiest catalysts for tokens to go up in price almost instantly, and it all depends on which exchanges the token is listed. The great thing about the Wild token is that it has not been listed on any of the larger exchanges just yet. These are Binance, Coinbase, or Crypto.com, all of which have hundreds of millions of users. Now, we have seen the game's lead designer say that the team are working on a large exchange listing with the hope of it being listed sometime soon. And when it does happen, the Wild token will become available to tens and maybe even hundreds of millions of people almost overnight. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that the new money has to come into the industry for the Wild token to go up in price. No, being available on a major exchange will allow Wilderworld to draw from competing projects' market caps, as its strong fundamentals should sway token holders by what it has to offer. You see, most people aren't comfortable using smaller exchanges for those unknown projects. No matter how amazing the project might be, people will only buy into it once it goes mainstream. By the way, if you found this video to be insightful so far, do make sure to hit that subscribe button, as I'll be doing a bunch of these price prediction videos on various other projects. So comment your favorite ones down below, give this video a like, and I could feature your project next. One factor that should massively increase the price of the WILD token is when the team begins their marketing campaign, and a large part of this should be focused on incentivizing streamers to play the game. During this bull cycle, we saw the release of Off the Grid breaking into the top 5 most streamed games on Twitch, which was a breakthrough moment for Web3 gaming. Very quickly, we saw some of the world's most popular streamers playing a Web3 game and utilizing the game's on-chain marketplace, proving that quality is the only hurdle stopping Web3 gaming from going mainstream. This goes to show just how quickly things can grow if you connect the dots properly, and with Wilderworld's AAA rated Rebellion shooter game, as well as their racing game Midnight in Miami, the chances of them making it into the big leagues are twice as big. Now, I'm pretty sure we will see a similar response from the gaming community, leading to a lot more interest and a whole new wave of token holders. Because the WILD token is the backbone of the game's resource economy, meaning that it will need to be purchased for players to participate in the game. Once the full game does get released, I would expect an influx of new holders as the game's popularity grows and influences the token price. Now, when we look at the market cap by comparison, Wildworld is lagging behind by quite some distance in terms of value. Sandbox and Decentraland are two of their closest competitors that we can look at in terms of Metaverse plays right now. And if we take a look at their market caps during the all-time high Meta announcement, you'll get an understanding of what Wilderworld's market cap could look like once things eventually take off. Now, Sandbox had a high of $6 billion, and Decentraland went even higher than that, reaching $9 billion. Now, Wilderworld had a high of $500 million, which is just a fraction of those prices. So you can see that it really has some way to go in terms of potential growth. And that's only by 2021 standards. One thing I have to take into consideration is price suppression, as more tokens have come into circulation, meaning 500 million in value back then is not the same as 500 million in value in today's supply. But if we set it to Sandbox all-time high, that puts us at a 75x in valuation, putting it at $15 per wild. And if we matched Manners, that would give us a 115x, putting it at $23 per wild token from its current valuation. Now, one of the main reasons Decentraland did so well was due to their land sales, which went through the roof, with some plots selling for hundreds of thousands of ETH. Now, Wilderworld are about to do the exact same thing with their land plots, as well as their in-game assets becoming more valuable as the game's users expand. I do feel that some early investment into strategic use cases of the game's assets, such as lands and vehicles, will prove to be some shrewd investment in the long run. Now, if you're thinking I'm insane for assuming that Wilderworld would reach anywhere close to those figures, take Roblox for instance. This gaming franchise is valued at $40 billion, and for Wilderworld to beat out every other crypto gaming franchise, it just needs to reach a quarter of that at $10 billion. So once you put things into perspective, it proves how small the target price really is within the larger gaming industry. By the way, I'm just a YouTuber, do make sure to do your own research. My name's Bade, I'll see you in the next one.